All right, we're live. It's time for some Friday enjoyment. It's been a long week this week. It's been very, very busy. We've had a couple of really kind of crazy mega weeks at Peach Towers with the visit of Paul Reed-Smith. We had Emilio from Cornerstone over, and further back, obviously, we had Sean Tubbs over with Rev, and it's been pretty kind of relentless, really. It's been great. It's been super busy. We appreciate everyone's custom. Yeah, it's been great. It's been everything that we want. But you know, every now and again, I like to just go out into the warehouse, pick out a few nice guitars, and obviously, I'm always been a bit of a Fender man, being all the guitar players that I love. But there's been lots of lovely Gibson guitars that have been catching my eye recently. But anyway, I want to talk about a few of the Masterbuilt guitars that we've got in stock, and just give you a little rundown of this huge new pedal that I've bought, this stinky old metal box down here, but we can talk about that a little bit later. So a lot of you guys, I know there's a lot of people out there that check our website daily and multiple times on a daily basis, and they're always looking out for lovely Dale Wilson Masterbuilt guitars. And I'm sure all of you know it now that Dale, his order book is completely closed. We still have, must be in the, still probably over 100 guitars on order. But yes, that may sound like a lot of guitars, but that's probably got to last us for the next 5 to 6 years. Same with Vincent Van Trigt. We've got plenty of his guitars on order, but we've got some absolutely epic Dale guitars, and it's kind of unusual to have one. We've actually got another one that's just arrived that I'm going to show you about, as well. But this is a, like, obviously Hendrix inspired Masterbuilt guitar, and also Stevie had, well, and also John Mayer had one, like a prototype Strat from the early 80s that Fender did, that had like this reverse headstock and you know, and this nice cool white finish and stuff, that really, you know, creamy finish on it and stuff. So this has got some cool specs. Often like these sort of types of Strats, they normally come with the 69 style pickups, which I like, but I do find them to be sometimes just a little bit kind of underpowered sometimes. I mean, it's great, I guess, if you're just using fuzz all the time and stuff, but if you're using an overdrive, I find that they just perhaps a little bit on the thin side. So this one has got hand wound 65 pickups in, so a really nice mid 60s pickup, which is kind of a really good ballpark tone of Hendrix and Stevie. I really like the tone of these pickups. It's got that real kind of same vibe as I used to own, and probably the one big regret of letting a guitar get away was one of the Monterey Strats. I used to own one of those, and that had 65 style pickups in. So when this one came in, I was really intrigued to kind of see how it sounds. So I've got a few cool pedals on the floor. I'll start off with the Halo delay here. Got an MXR Duke of Tone. I wanted to put that on because those guys have just come back into stock. And I've got this Mythos Mjolnir overdrive kind of clone style booster. I'm just going to kind of have a little play around with a few of the settings and combine a few of the pedals. I'll turn this lovely uni-vibe off. The PRS HX100. I think it's now called a HDRX. I've forgotten the name of it, but perhaps I should do my research beforehand. I know that'll come in the comments. Do your research. But anyway, someone's put, Malmsteen would dig it. Yeah, they would, Alex. You're right. They would dig it. Shame I can't play any. But I have to bring you down to come and do some bit of playing, and you can check it out. So let's start off with a little bit of delay. I like this delay pedal because even when you use it into a kind of a distorted amp, I mean, this isn't running that gainy at the moment, but it sounds great. It doesn't kind of mush into the background too much. And when you add in some overdrive from the pedal, it still kind of retains its clarity and doesn't go too washed out. So this is no drive pedals on at the moment. Add in the Duke of Tone. Going to add in the Mjolnir now. And now to add some further Hendrix madness, let's kick in the uni-vibe. I can sit and play with that tone all day. Hey, that was some rhyme. But I won't do that all day because there's other things that need to be done. I need to show some other guitars, but I'm sure we're going to do this big demo showing you all these guitars and everyone's going to just go away going, wow, that uni-vibe sounds really awesome. I should get one of those. Anyway, so yeah, so this is Dale Wilson Masterbuilt, late 60s style Strat. You see it's got some heavy relic on the back, nice big frets, yeah, jumbo frets, vintage style, late 60s tuning keys. It's just a really, really great sounding guitar. And I think with that bridge pickup, having that reverse mount in there, just kind of, you know, adds a bit of warmth and some extra high end, some extra high end to the bass strings and a little bit of kind of sweetness to the treble strings. So it's a really great, unique sounding Strat, I think. So anyway, so I'm going to switch over to the next one. We'll stick with Dale for now. Nick me tuner. I'll keep that there just in case. Right, so what do we have here? So this one is a 59 style Stratocaster in Lake Placid blue. You can see it's got kind of a greened out kind of look to it as well, which whenever you see any original Lake Placid blues, they've almost gone like an olive drab kind of colour, but it's still kind of closer to the blue, so it's not a too kind of heavily aged and faded out kind of finish. It just looks great. I mean, lovely lightweight guitar as well, super dark rosewood fingerboard. This one's got hand wound 59 pickups in it. It's got a roasted riff sawn maple neck. The frets are jumbo frets as well, so nice big beefy guys for the big bends. So let's see how that one sounds. Pop that back in there. Be in good shape. And I kind of hear straight away it's kind of more immediate kind of tone to it. That last one has kind of, you know, got that real sort of like a spongy kind of bell-like Hendrix sort of sound that was just, you know, really easy to play with. So let's see how this kind of sounds with a little bit of drive on. So this is just the Duke of Tone. Very cool. Different sound entirely to the last one. Definitely has more of that 60s kind of scooped out kind of sound, I think, which definitely suits the you know, the pushed Stevie Ray type sort of sound. When you add in like the mid-focus drive pedals, you can really hear that it enhances the sound of the guitar. That low end and the high end stays really nice and present, and it's got kind of really sweet kind of clarity to the overall sound. And that lovely old uni-vibe seems to make everything sound super killer. Let's see what else we've got. Does the guitar come with those skills? You wouldn't want these skills. I never play anymore. What else have we got going on? So that's cool. I'm just going to play a little bit more. I'll just lower the drive level a little bit, keep the delay off. The Duke of Tone at the moment, so I'll go through the selections on the switch so you can kind of hear how that sounds. Oh, this one's actually got tone control on the bridge pickup, which is kind of fun for certain sounds, so let's see how that kind of works out. Kind of fun sound that, because when you roll that kind of tone off on the bridge pickup and then just really like kind of ramp up the drive, you're getting into kind of a nice kind of smooth humbuckery sort of sound. So let's see what we can kind of get out of that. The cool thing now, when you go to that neck pickup, after hearing that kind of creamy bridge pickup sound, it just goes straight in with the beefy, juicy Strat sound. So I'll try a little bit of that bridge pickup with a tone wind off, and then we'll go back to that neck pickup. Very cool. So talking of humbuckery sort of sounds, I'm going to bring in another guitar that we've got now from Todd Krauss, which is inspired by a Clapton style Strat, because it has sneaky electronics in there. Let's see what happens here. Right. What's going on with me cables? There we go. That's better. I can hear the power straight away. So this one is a Todd Krauss 56 Strat. So the rest of the specs are all the body, riff saw maple neck. What are the frets on it? Jumbo frets. It's got a fairly fat V profile neck, so it's different to the kind of the shape that you would normally get on a Clapton Strat. It's kind of more like a like a 55 type Strat, so it's kind of less of that distinct sharp V, but it's got kind of a little bit of that going on. So, but like I said earlier, with the electronics, you have the noiseless pickups for a start, but you also have a mid boost on here as well. So I'll play around with the standard tone with the mid boost off, and you'll hear when I crank that up, it really thickens up the sound, and it's a pretty awesome tone that you can get from this guitar just by, you know, adding in some of that mid boost. You're going to, right? A little bit of drive, and then we'll add in this mid boost. So off. Now mid boost on. So it kind of gives you unorthodox tones that you would regularly get out of a Strat. I mean, it adds a real kind of thick, kind of warm mid-range to the sound that's really kind of quite hard to get, even by just stacking pedals. When you add in that mid-boost, it's really pushing the front end of the amp. You know, it definitely gives you that thicker kind of humbucker sound. Very nice. A tone that you can have a lot of fun with, and it's kind of a really cool secret weapon. You know, you can kind of just go out to a gig with just, you know, a fairly kind of clean amp, an overdrive pedal, and when you hit that boost, it kind of takes everything straight up to 11. So it's a really cool, fun vibe, you know, to play with. So really digging that guitar. Sounds absolutely ace. So let's check out the last Masterbuilt 6-string that we've got. Don't worry, I'm not going to be playing any bass, but I've got a nice bass to show you. So this one here is a Jason Smith Telecaster that was a reorder from, I think it was NAMM 2020. So this is, the colour on the sides is called Salem Burst, and it's an all mahogany guitar with a maple neck. You see it's got this beautiful figured flame neck, and it's got TV Jones Filtertron style pickups, so very, very different to kind of what we've heard so far. Let's just play that clean with just a little bit of delay and see how that sounds. These pickups, because kind of when they're clean, they're very, very twangy, but when you add some drive, they've kind of got a real kind of punch and a real kind of thickness to them. It's kind of like, it always reminds me of like an AC/DC style kind of like rhythm sound, where it's got all that power, but plenty of bite as well. Very kind of thick, but still kind of bitey sound. I think it's a real tone that a lot of people don't expect to get out of this type of pickup. They often think it's going to be, you know, just purely a twangy sound because it's a pickup that you would normally see in a Gretsch style guitar. But it's a really cool, versatile sound. There's so many great tellies on the market, but it's cool to have something here with the Bigsby on. You've got the RSD bridge that they use on these, which has got the brass saddles, but kind of works really well with the Bigsby style trem. Yeah, it's just another, you know, class guitar from the Fender custom shop. You'll often see like, you know, customers putting in their own specs for custom guitars, and those guitars can take a long while to come in. So we always try and have, you know, a really good selection of Masterbuilt guitars where we can. But like I said before at the start, you know, with the lead time being so long, and also, you know, particular builders closing off their order books, you know, it's not always possible. So it's a cool chance to get hold of a really nice Masterbuilt guitar, the top of the tree, while we've still got some in stock. So I'm just going to quickly show you a nice bass that we've got in stock as well. Put that there. Okay, right. So don't worry, I'm not going to play bass. So this is a Vincent Van Trigt jazz bass. So this just shows you, you know, with the custom shop, it isn't all just relics. They can do really beautiful one-off masterpieces like this one. So this has a Cocobolo top, NOS finish. As you can see, it's got this beautiful figured maple neck, like bird's eye on the front, with some bird's eye and kind of some nice curl on the back there as well. This is an active bass as well, so it has a lot of versatility. I would show you, but I'm an absolute terrible bass player, and all the bass players will tell me off for playing like an electric guitar player, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, so anyone that has any questions on Masterbuilt stuff, I encourage you to get in contact with the staff to talk about any options that, that we can get hold of. There's, like I said before, there's plenty of really cool guitars coming in from Vincent Van Trigt and the Dale guitars that we've got on back order, but we're kind of looking at a few other builders as well now, because the situation with the Masterbuilt guitars with Dale and Vincent, you know, with the guitars being, or their order books being full now. So yeah, just get in contact, any info, we can send you a list of guitars that we've got coming in as well. But I thought I'd end today with playing this original 62 Strat, and then you can kind of make up your own mind. Do the new ones sound as good? Do they sound better? I don't know. You can be your own judge. It's got some 60s tuning happening there, but we'll just roll with it. So, just going to do a little bit of playing, and then I'll talk to you about my funky new uni-vibe. Lovely, mega sound. So can we see, is the pedal all in view? Hopefully the pedal's all in view at the moment. I'm not just pointing down to something that you can't see. So this is a 1974 uni-vibe that we just picked up this week. Got to be honest, pretty blown away by the sound of it. I didn't realise that it wasn't bypassable. So basically the preamp is always kind of in the circuit. So you've got a little bit of extra room on there to boost the volume control. So it kind of adds just a little bit of kind of extra grit and punch into the to the sound. And I reckon that must have been one of the major things that kind of how Jimmy got that Band of Gypsies tone, which I just think is one of the best sounds that kind of he ever had. And you just bypass like the actual vibe sound with the pedal here. So you can hear, I don't know if you can hear or not, but I'll just bring in a little bit of extra volume. So the preamp in there is kind of just boosting the front end of that amp a little bit harder and just adding kind of a little bit of extra thickness. You can hear I've cranked it up a bit now, so it's kind of pushing the bass end a little bit harder. Let's see what that does to it. Really thickens up the sound of that bridge pickup. Played that because I know my sons are going to be watching this video, as well at home after school, and they wanted me to play a little bit of Chili's. So there you go, Tommy and Harry. You've heard it now. Business. Anyway, so I say back to business. This guitar isn't for sale, and neither is the uni-vibe. But if you find a nice big uni-vibe, you should buy it because it sounds amazing. Let's just turn that back a little bit, and let's go to a little bit of vibe. And I'm just going to play a little bit more, and then we'll have a quick chat at the end, and then we'll wish you a good weekend. I must stop. I have other stuff to do as well, but oh God, that's a nice guitar. And that playing with that vibe, super duper inspiring. Lots of fun to be had. But yeah, just want to say thanks for tuning in. Again, like always, we really appreciate your support. We've got plenty more cool stuff happening in the next few weeks. Going to keep some of these live streams going. You know, we do them for, you know, a bit of fun, just so that we get a chance to kind of be a little bit less serious and just kind of have a bit of fun and play some cool guitars. I like doing it because it kind of just gets me away from the office and doing all the boring stuff that has to be done, but you know, it is what it is. So that's what our accountant says when he gives me the big tax and VAT bill. It is what it is. So we'll leave you on that lovely sour note, but I do wish you a great weekend. Have a superb one, and we'll see you all next time.